Attorney Brian R. Kazarian with the law offices of Brian R. Kazarian. Today we're going to talk about Penal Code Section 273A, which is child endangerment, as opposed to child abuse, which is a term for another video. Well, the first thing that we have to come up with is, what does the prosecutor have to prove in order to sustain a conviction for child endangerment? Well, the first thing that he would have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt would be that you either caused or allowed to be caused a child to be placed in a dangerous situation. 2, that that situation was likely to produce great bodily injury. And 3, that you acted with something other than regular negligence, which is called criminal negligence. You also have to be aware in California, a charge of child endangerment is considered a domestic violence charge, which can extend probation, could also have you do classes if you were convicted, a 52-week parenting class or a 52-week batter's treatment program, in addition to any other punishment. Well, let's talk about punishments. What are some of the punishments? Well, that depends on if the prosecutor charges this crime as a misdemeanor or a felony. Depending on the misdemeanor charge, it could be 6 months in jail or up to 1 year in jail and a $1,000 fine plus penalty assessment, plus probation, plus either of those 2 domestic violence classes that we talked about earlier. If the prosecutor chooses to file this as a felony, then you could be facing state prison at 2, 4, or 6 years, or of course you could get probation with up to 1 year in the county jail with those domestic violence classes. Well, what are some of the defenses? Well, there's a myriad of defenses. Let's just go over some quick ones. The first one would be that you didn't place somebody, the child, in a dangerous situation, that you didn't intentionally inflict harm to them either mentally or physically. The second one could be that you didn't act with criminal negligence. You may have acted with ordinary negligence, which is a civil term and not a criminal term, and therefore you would be not guilty of that crime. And the third defense could be you just didn't do it. You're being set up. So if you or a loved one are ever charged with child endangerment, Penal Code Section 273A, contact the law offices of Brian R. Kazarian. We're here to help.